Hello, welcome to another episode with David Wong, myself, with Ancient Secrets of Qi. How are you guys doing? How are all you truth seekers doing today? So today is episode 3 of the series that I've started called the Ancient Secrets of Qi. How many of you guys were in the last episodes? How many of you guys have practiced some of the techniques that I've taught you with how to raise your Qi energy, how to activate your Qi energy, how to relax, how to tame your mind, how to balance yourself, center yourself. Incredible results? Yeah, Justin, great. Okay, so today we're going to do a little bit more of that. And we're going to talk a little bit about DMT. Who wants to learn about DMT? Dimethyltryptamine. And we're going to talk about the 5 elements, the power of the 5 elements, and balancing the yin yang. So we've all seen yin yang, the symbol, the Chinese symbol, yin yang, but do we really understand what it means? So we're going to go in depth to study what does yin yang actually mean. Okay? And we're going to split that up because everything in the universe has a duality, and we explain it in yin and yang. And then, but it's actually separated more into 5 elements, and then it separates more into eight things and so on. Okay? But we're just going to talk about yin yang and the 5 elements today. Okay, who wants to learn about that? Raise your hand. Okay, so all sounds good. So why are we doing this webinar? Why am I here? Is because I have a mission to help people improve their lives. Because I used to be sick. I used to be in pain every day. I was sick for 10 years with low energy, depression, anxiety, and I was in pain. It was an incurable digestive disease that I had for 10 years. I tried everything. I tried medication. I tried Western medicine, holistic methods, changing my diet, and it never really healed me. And I had to suffer every day with brain fog and struggling to focus and struggling to find the energy to do anything. And until I discovered the technology that you're going to see called Coils, that you can see in the background, and the frequency technology, which I used. And in 90 days, I was able to heal myself completely. What medical or conventional medicine would be impossible. There was no medical cure for this. And I cured myself and healed myself. And I said, wow, if I can do this, how many people out there need this? And how many people are where I used to be, feeling they need a change in their life, feeling they're stuck, feeling having relationship issues because they're just so drained of energy, and having, pain. Could be back pain, headaches, joint pain that is just plaguing them every single day. And then every day you have to, just struggle so hard just to survive, just to get through the day. And so many of us, we rely on medication and pills, but that actually just destroys your body, destroys your digestion, gives you a lot of side effects, right? And I said, there's so many people that need to learn about this. There's so many people that need this technology that has actually been around for over 20 years, but people, only the scientists and only the the top people who are studying that field realize how powerful it is. But now, 20 years later, we're starting to see more people adopt this technology. So hey guys, hey Evan, welcome. All right, so before I go on, you guys excited about the new launch that we just had? So we just released the brand new Qi Coils. The Qi Coil Max, check it out, it's huge. It's a 5-inch, so this is the biggest Qi Coil we've ever released. And you see that you notice it's very different from the regular ones we had. So here's the Qi Coil 3S. You can see the size difference right there. So this is a 3.1 inch Qi Coil 3S, which is our flagship. If you look very closely, you can see there's some orange inside, and those are actually crystals. There's 3 crystals inside. And I'll talk more about the crystals. So they're actually like this. So we treat them and we energize them, and they go inside the Qi Coil 3S, which has 3 of them. Now, the Qi Coil Max, how many crystals does it have? It has 6 crystals. So I'm not sure if you can see in the camera. You can see the little pockets. So you can see the pockets. It's probably hard to see, but there's these little pockets. If you look very closely, you can see these vertical columns inside. Hard to see in the video, but if you look very closely, you have one in person, you can definitely see there's 6 crystals. And why do we have 6? It's one of the special numbers, right? How many points does the flower of life have? The pattern, the flower of life. It has 7 points, right? 1 in the middle and 6 around it, the hexagon. Okay, so that's exactly how we designed this, is to match the natural sacred geometry that occurs in nature. So this is super powerful. What else does it have is, you notice that Chico 3s have one direction, yin and yang. These ones have, well, they're all still one direction, but they're double. So there's the double amount of winding. You can see there's a bottom layer and a top layer that goes around it. So now we have twice as much reach. It goes up to 20 square feet. So if you're looking to upgrade your chi coil, if you want something that is between the chi coil and the oral coils, which are bigger, you want something in between, and you want something new with the crystals, then the Chi Coil Max is brand new. It just came out. We worked on this for almost a year to get this out, and now it's available on Indiegogo. And if you go to backchicoil.com, you can get one of 20 of these. Okay, we already sold one today. We haven't even announced it, but now we're going to now it's available. You can go there now. Go pop over to backchicoil.com, go Indiegogo, and you can get one of these. And then there's actually another 2 models that we're releasing at the same time, which is the Chi Coil Mini S and then the Chi Coil 2S. So these are the new models. As you can see, they have the new integrated clips. So they're a lot more durable, and they're at discounted price. So there's only 20 of each. And then after that, this is the only time you get guaranteed that low price, because after we're gonna increase the prices because it's very limited. Okay, so now that you know that, let's continue with the rest of the webinar. So last time we talked about how to relax your mind and breath work and energy activation, activating your energy centers. And today we're going to get into how to get your mind into a trance state. Okay, and that's very important, because unless you get into that mind trance state, like the alpha state in between the wakefulness and dreaming, you got to be in that state, in that brainwave, then that is the place where you want to be mentally in order to expand your mind and to experience and to see with your third eye. Okay, so DMT. Who here has heard of DMT? Okay, what is DMT? So they've done a lot of scientific studies on DMT. The name is actually dimethyltryptamine, and that's where the word trip out comes from, right? Tryptamine is a molecule that gives you hallucinations and gives you vision, internal vision, and gives you experiences that feel like they're real, even though they are in your mind, but they are very real. Yeah, it's also called the spirit molecule because people associate it with spirituality. People who take DMT, whether with the substance or through ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is a brew. It's like some kind of tea or some kind of concoction that are used by the shamans from South America, and they use that in order to expand their minds. And then if you go to these retreats, you drink this brew, and then there will be a shaman to guide you through this journey, the spiritual journey. So, and that's a really good way to start to really experience, spiritual awakening. And many people do that, but the problem is, you have to go to those places. You have to go to a retreat. They're pretty expensive, a few $1,000s usually. And it's a good way to expand your mind and have that experience. If you have the money, you have the time. But then it's illegal in many places to actually have ayahuasca and have DMT. So what we have is a frequency that emulates the effects of DMT. So a lot of you have tried it. Who has DMT frequencies or ayahuasca frequencies? Yeah, so some people say they just feel like they're in a completely different world. And then when they meditate with it, it's like nothing they've ever tried, because it's literally like DMT. Yes, journeys in vision. It just activates your internal vision, activates your psychic centers. It activates your pineal gland. And many people who take DMT, they feel like they approach these breakthroughs in their lives. They have these like mental breakthroughs. some amazing insight that comes out of nowhere. A lot of people find their true selves. They want to find themselves, or they want to find their higher selves. And a lot of people do that when they take DMT. So, and I think it's really important these days because there's a lot of times we get so bogged down with everyday life that we forget what's really important. We have to really see what's really out there. What is reality? What is the truth? Hey Ken, what's up? So what is the truth? Because we're all truth seekers here, right? We all want to know the truth, and now the government is doing so many things to cover up the truth, and so many things to distract us from the truth or to twist the truth. And there's not many people out there that are allowed to even say the truth anymore. A lot of them are being silenced or being ridiculed because, because the governments don't want us to know the truth. Yeah, censorship and banning and all those things when they're just talking about what is the truth. So the truth is, what is the truth? And I believe the truth is that we are all energy, right? We are all infinite energy. We are all powerful, and we are all eternal because energy never dies. Just like in science or quantum physics, energy never goes away. It's the same as frequency. Whatever it was there before is going to be there for eternity. It never loses its energy. So same as our souls. Like, what are our souls? Our souls are forever, and we have the power to access that different parts of our energetic being that most people are not aware of, right? So where do all these psychic abilities come from? Where do all these visions come from? It's got to come from somewhere. And where it comes from is from the universal source, is that everything in the universe is connected. We're all in communication with each other. We're all in connection with each other, and we're connected quantumly, right? That's a new word. We're connected in a way that is beyond what's physical, beyond Newtonian physics. We're connected through quantum physics, and yeah, the universal law. That's right. So that's the truth, right? And people don't want us to learn that. Don't want us to learn how to access these powers that we have. Don't want to learn to access this energy and these frequencies that we have. But now that's what I want to do. That's what my passion is I want to show you, and I want you to experience these frequencies that you have that completely transform your mind and completely transform your body too, and just everything about you. Just like if you met me 10 years ago, you wouldn't even recognize me, because now I'm a completely different person. I wouldn't have the energy I have today. I wouldn't have the mood and good mood and the success and the abundance that I have today. I wouldn't have the good relationships I have today. I wouldn't be talking at all. I'm an introvert. I don't like talking. But now I talk. And now I have lots of people that I've helped. So you wouldn't recognize me. So I've been able to transform myself based on these principles of energy and frequency. So that's the truth. Okay? So DMT, highly recommended. If you want to check out what is the truth and open up your mind, then try out our DMT frequencies. We have a couple of them on YouTube. We have some on TikTok. They're a minute long, but still people are getting experiences from just a 1 minute long frequency. We have a 3 minute long one too. But then if you just get the frequency, you can get the whole 17 tracks, something like 33 tracks of frequencies that you can experiment with, and you can use it as many times as you want. Okay, so what are the 5 elements? So who can tell me what the 5 elements are? Okay, type it in the chat. What are the 5 elements? If you watch a lot of anime or watch a lot of Lord of the Rings, you should know, or any kind of magic. Yeah, fire, earth, water, wind, ether. Okay. So the Chinese 5 elements, or the Taoist 5 elements, are fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. Okay? And did you know that each one of us have a birth element? Okay, who knows what their birth element is? Your earth, water, fire, or metal? Okay, so how do you know what your birth element is? It's pretty simple. If your birth year ends in 0 or 1, then you're metal. Okay, so you're 1980 or 1981 or 90 or 91 or 70 or 71 if you're older, then you are metal. If your birth year ends in 2 or 3, then it's water. If your birth year ends in 4 or 5, then it's wood. If your birth year ends in 6 or 7, then it's fire. And if your birth year ends in 8 or 9, it's earth. Okay, so now that you know what your birth element is, what does it matter, right? What does it matter? Hey, Billionaire King, what's the difference between chi coil and the scepter? Okay, so you have the scepter, you can see in the back. Some of you can't see it here. Here's the scepter, here's the chi coil. So the difference is the chi coils can use a lot of our frequencies from the app. The scepter has a different set of frequencies. The scepters are more specifically for manifesting meditation. I find it really useful for that, and for projecting your consciousness. The chi coils are kind of like multi-use. It can be useful for your body, for your mind, for enhancing your own healing processes, for better sleep. We have over 900 frequencies, actually more than that, like 10,000 frequencies. You can use right frequencies with this. You can use all our quantum meditation frequencies with this. So this is a lot more versatile. It's compact. It's easy to use, and this is our most popular product. Scepter is also good. It's more of one of our higher level products. So if you're just starting out with meditation, if you're just starting out with energy, I would start out with the chi coil. But once you get up to higher levels of meditation, then you would get one of these Staff of Legends. And we only accept people who apply. Not everybody can get one, so you have to apply to get one of these. Okay, but chi coils you don't need to apply. It's pretty popular, and they're on Indiegogo right now, so you can get those. Okay, hold on. Answer your question. Hey Dominic, I have been watching your videos. I need to get rich. Okay. Good evening from. Okay. So yeah, what was I saying? Okay, the 5 elements. So what are these elements? Well, with each element, it can have different ways of representing themselves, right? And it's pretty, intuitive and self-explanatory if you really think about it, right? So fire has a yin and yang. So every element has a yin and yang. So for fire, yang is actually outwards or expansive, and yin is kind of like gathering, and yin is more inwards. Okay, subtle. Okay, so just what the basic yin and yang means. Yang is bright, yin is dark, and so on. Okay, so for fire, the yang is impatience, and the feeling is unpleasant, shaking, or hot. And for the yin part, it is love, and it is pleasant and warm. So yang is usually the undesirable part, right? Impatience, unpleasant, shaking, hot. And yin is usually the pleasant or the desirable part, which is love, feeling warm. But they're all part of fire. If you think about fire, it kind of does both things, right? And by the way, which organ is related to fire, do you think? This should be pretty obvious. Which organ? That's right, it's the heart. And what color is associated with this? It's red. Okay, so fire is associated with the heart organ, and associated with red. And the emotions that go with this are either impatience or love. So you see there's 2 sides to fire. It has 2 kinds of representations. So let's say that you were born in the year of the fire. So if you're born in a year ending in 6 or 7, then your yang would be impatience and your yin would be love. Okay, so what does that mean for you? It means that your weakness or your challenge that you may have is impatience, but your strength may be love. Okay, so what's the significance of this? By the way, there's also a Western version of this. Okay, so the Eastern version based the 5 elements on the year they're born, The Western version or the Greek mythological version, the zodiac, has it based on the month, and it has a sun sign and a moon sign. So you can look that up yourself, so you can compare what your Western version is and what your Asian version is, and maybe there's some overlap that you can figure out. So if you're fire, then you need to be more aware of those things. So if you're finding that you're very impatient, then you know that you need to work on your heart chakra and balance that and calm down your heart chakra. Or if you want to emphasize your strengths like love, then you can meditate with your heart chakra. But the key is that you can always have too much of one thing, and the key is balance, because sometimes impatience is also good, right? Because you want to get things done, you want to move forward. Sometimes you're impatient, you don't want to wait forever, you want to go and get it, right? You want to be a get it kind of person, which is what I am. And sometimes impatience can motivate you to do things and get things done. But then again, there's a balance, right? Love is not always positive, right? Sometimes you can love too much, and then sometimes you can, love too much and then be too emotionally involved, right? So it's also not as good. So you can't say that one is better than the other. It's all about balance. Okay, so don't think that being impatient is a bad thing or being loving is a good thing. Everything is due to balance. What is the strength of weakness of water? Okay, we're gonna get to that. So next one is Earth. So Earth is people who are born in a year ending in 8 or 9. And the Yang is worry and anxiety. And the feeling is unpleasant, shaking, butterflies in the stomach. Okay, I think we've all felt that before. Yin of that is calm, centered. And the feeling is pleasant and slightly warm. And the organ that's associated with this is the spleen. The spleen is below your rib cage inside, and the color that's associated with this is yellow. So who here is Earth? Who here is Earth? Okay, good. So if you're Earth, then you may have some worry or anxiety issues that could be one of your weaknesses. One of your strengths would be that you are able to calm and center yourself as well. So if you are one of those people, then pay attention to your spleen. Okay, if you don't know where your spleen is, just look it up. You should see an anatomical photo of where your spleen is. And then what you do is imagine the color yellow, and then you want to meditate on that organ, which I'm going to show you how to do once I go through these 5 elements, and then make a sound. And then that's going to help you to balance out and to nurture that organ. Okay, so I'll show you how to balance all this stuff right after I explain. Okay, so the next one's metal. Metal is sadness for Yang, which is unpleasant and feels heavy. Yin is courage, and it feels pleasant, and it feels steadfast, so it feels strong and steadfast. Okay, so if you're metal, you may notice that your personality has a bit of both. You may be prone to sadness, and sometimes maybe get depressed, may feel heavy, and may feel things are dragging you down. But at the same time, you also have the ability to be very courageous. You also have the ability to, do things that people are usually scared to do and just take action. Yeah, metal is years 8, 0, and 1. And the lung, the organ associated with this is lung, and the color is white. So if you are a metal, then depending on your constitution, you may have weak lungs, or you may have strong lungs, depending on your constitution and how when you're born and how your parents what they did and all that stuff. But if you're metal, then pay attention to those 2 things in your life. Okay, next is water. Water, the Yang is fear, and then the Yin is gentle. So yang is fear. It feels unpleasant. It feels shaky. It feels cold, right? So that's how fear feels like. Gentle or gentleness is the yin, and it feels like silk. It feels like smooth, and it feels pleasant. And the color is blue, and then the organ that's associated with this is the kidneys. Yeah, so the kidneys on the back in the blue. So if this is you, if you are water, which is birth year ending in 2 and 3, then take notice of your fears, and take notice that your strength is in being gentle with people or having gentleness. All right, are you guys following? How are you guys liking this stuff so far? Hey, Real Grunt, what's up? Hey, Andrea. Hey, Dom. Welcome. Yeah, you guys liking this? Thanks, Debbie. All right, so let's continue. So wood is birth year ending in 4 and 5, and the yang is anger, and this can be unpleasant and expansive. Okay, you know how anger is, if you leave it unchecked, it keeps growing bigger and bigger, right? So that's anger. Yin is kind, and that's pleasant. It feels humid, and it's outgoing. It's a people pleaser, or it's someone who's outgoing, who likes to meet people, likes to make people feel good. So if you're like that, then you could be a wood personality. Okay, so once again, there's a yin and yang. So you may be also prone to anger if you're a kind person, or you may be prone to kindness if you're an angry person. So just know that whichever emotion that you have, a personality that you have, there's always the opposite side of it that you can also develop, because that is in you. Just like this yin yang symbol, there's a dot inside each of the sections, right? And that dot represents that within each one of those sections, there's a part of the other part. So there's never always one side. There's always a balance between the yin and the yang. Okay? So if you want to develop that part, well, how do you do it? Well, one way is to nourish that organ. And the wood organ is liver, and the color is green. Okay? So you guys following? So now we have the 5 elements. And this is just a very basic representation, basic explanation. It goes actually a lot deeper, and it branches off to many other different energies and so on. But we just do this 5. Okay, so fire, impatience and love; earth, worry and calm; metal, sadness and courage; water, fear and gentle; wood, anger and kind. So how many of you can kind of relate to that? Is this really resonating with you guys? Like how many of you find that they can be both impatient sometimes and also very loving? Who feels that? Okay, or how many of you earth people, if you're earth, have worry and anxiety, but also you can be calm and centered? Raise your hand. Okay, how many of you metal people can feel sadness but also have courage? Yeah, great. And how many water people here have fear but also gentleness? Raise your hand. All right. How many of you wood people sometimes feel anger but also can be kind? Okay. So knowing these 5 elements helps you to kind of find out what your general disposition is. What is your general, at least what the astrologies are helping you with. Like, what is your strength and what is your weaknesses? And when you know that, then you can start to focus your meditations and focus your energies to balance those areas, especially those organs. So we talked about the heart, the spleen, the lung, the kidney, and the liver. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to meditate so that you can balance and cleanse out those energies in your organs based on the emotion that you have. Now, you know what? Some of us are not just one element. If you look at the Greek mythology, there's another way of doing this. Is depending on what your sun and their moon sign is, you can be 2 of the signs. You can be fire and metal, or you can be water and earth, or you can be wood, or you can be double or something. You can be metal, or you can be fire. So it all depends on your zodiac sign as well. Okay, so look up what your sun sign is and your moon sign, and look up the element that you're part of. So especially if you're like fire, like double fire, then you have, then you tend to have stronger traits for those two yin and yang traits. Okay, or if you're balance, you have one or the other, then you can balance it out. Okay, so the meditation is pretty simple. Okay, it's called the 6 healing sounds. We're just gonna do 5 sounds today. Okay, and then it has to do a little bit with massage and chanting or sound. Let's start with earth. So the earth is the spleen. If you stick your finger in here, you should feel sore, a little bit sore in here. So right below the rib cage here. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to use your fingers and kind of dig deep into there. So you can how deep you can dig in. And then when you're digging in, just need to massage that area. Yeah, I can feel a little bit of pain and tension. So when you massage it, it helps to release that tension. Okay, so you really got to dig in with your fingers. And if you don't have strong fingers, you can use like a round, pen, something bigger than this, or you can use a massage wand. We have crystals that you can buy to do the massage. By the way, it's a really good idea to use the chi coils with this. So you can be putting a chi coil, right in front of you, playing a life force frequency or balancing frequency or chi energy frequency or a cleansing energy frequency, and then put it there right in front of you, and then you can be doing this massage, and it really helps. Yeah, gem laser, exactly. Yeah, that's what they're for. So if you use the gem laser, this is what I designed them to do. Is actually they're massage wands too, right? Yeah, they're perfect for massage, and the cool thing is you actually add light therapy to it. So actually that feels really good. So you can just move it around, and you're activating that chi and you're cleansing it. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, I designed these to be. This is really good. I'm really amazed by my own invention. It actually feels really good. These are round. They're very comfortable, and there's a gem on here, so you get gem energy. You get energy, but you don't need it. You can use your hands, you can use your fingers, or you can just use a massage stick or something like that, or just a pen with a round tip. But these are great. And then while you're doing this, imagine the color yellow, because yellow is the color of your spleen. And then breathe in, and then imagine that all that area is filling with yellow light inside. So your spleen is becoming yellow. And then breathe in some more, and then imagine that yellow flowers are blooming inside there. Breathe deeply like this. Okay? And now, while you're doing it, use the word who when you breathe out. So breathe in. Who. Who. Alright, so that's for the spleen. So yellow light, yellow flowers. Breathe in deeply. As you breathe in, imagine it filling up with light. Imagine it blooming yellow flowers, and then you say the word "whoo," and that tends to activate that part of your body. Okay, how's that feel, guys? Does that feel better? So that helps you if you are feeling worried or anxious, and that's a lot of times when we feel worried and anxious, actually that's where the tension is, because that's our spleen. Okay, so which one do you guys want to work on next? Do you guys want to do fire, metal, water, or wood? Which one do you want to do next? Okay, wood. So anger and kindness. So this is your liver, and your liver is on the right side here, right? The liver is pretty big around here, and this is around this area here. Okay. So it goes all the way to the side here. It's pretty big. So you can start massaging that area. And then the technique to do with this is to stretch out. Okay, so this stretches out, and then this kind of stretches out your rib cage like this. So you have two hands like this, stretch up, and then lean your head back. Okay, and then you say you. So this time it's green energy. So imagine when you're breathing in, green light is filling up your kidney. And then also there's green flowers here, bright colored green flowers, whatever flowers you like. And then lean back. So when you lean back, it expands the front of your chest, so it expands this part. And then you say you, and then the sound goes upwards. You. So you can kind of feel it's stretching out that organ, right? You. Now, if you want to do the massage at the same time, if you're coordinated, you just put one hand up, and then you can just massage this part here. You. Okay? How you guys feel? I feel pretty hot, actually. Hey, Samson. Hey, Spanner. Hey, D-Lover. Hey, Andrea. Hey, Clint. Welcome. Hey, Cheapo. Julie says, I researched the spleen is next to the pancreas, and that's why sometimes the blood sugar level is too high and suffer from diabetes. I felt a release from doing that. Just my thoughts. Okay, great. Cool. Thanks, Julie. So you're feeling anger. Could be a liver, right? So you know people who drink a lot, they really, it's not very good for your liver, right? If you drink a lot, and a lot of, that's why alcoholism is associated with anger problems and anger issues. There's a reason. So in order to cleanse out and balance your liver, do that exercise. Okay? So next one, somebody said they want to do water. Okay, who is here is water. And by the way, it doesn't matter what birth element you are. You can do any of these because it's your organ. So you can do all 5 and you will be able to cleanse out and balance all your organs in one session. It's a good thing you can do it on a daily basis. So water, okay? Water is fear and gentleness, and that's your kidneys. So your kidneys is behind you, and the color is blue, okay? And for this, it's kind of, if you can reach your back, then you can do your kidneys like this. If you have 2 wands at the same time, you can do the same time, actually. Right, if you grab another wand. Or just do it one at a time. But let's say you have 2 of these, so you can do 2 at the same time. And then you can feel your kidneys and massage your kidneys. Actually, that feels pretty good. So you can feel your rib cage from the behind, and it's right basically behind the bottom of your rib cage on the back. That's where your kidneys are. And you can use your gem lasers to, or just use your massage wands. If you don't have any wands, you can use your pens, or you can just use your knuckles, right? You can use your knuckles like this on the back and do a massage. And then when you do that, you want to imagine blue energy. Okay, blue energy, or you can use your hands to massage like this, and you can reach that far. So breathe in, blue energy, and then you say, shoo. Okay, and another way to do this is a stretch. Okay, so instead of massage, if you can't reach it, you're going to stretch. So you're going to put your hands like this together. You can't see it. So you're basically, put your hands together and touch your knees like this as you're sitting. So you're sitting down, you're touching your knees, and you're basically make your back really round. So what you're doing is you're expanding your back here. It's expanded, as you can see. And then as you do this, you go choo I'm sorry, it's shoe, not shoe. So SH, like your shoe, wearing a shoe. So breathe in, blue energy, and then shoo, and breathe in, blue energy. You can imagine blue flowers blooming on your kidneys, and then shoo, and then smile too. So when you breathe in, when those flowers bloom, smile, and then shoo, shoo, shoo. So that feels very good. How you guys feel? So I feel like energy. Your kidney is also your adrenaline centers. So if you're feeling tired, that's a really good exercise to do. If you're feeling fatigue, is to activate your kidneys, because that's where your adrenaline is. Adrenaline producers. Okay, the next one is yes, the liver is on the right side, but it looks like the left side because the camera is flipped. Okay, so just is your right side. Okay, let's see what else. Fire, right? Next is fire. So the fire is your heart, and it is associated with love and associated with impatience as well. And the color is red. So this one you can do is very similar to the liver. Okay, but before we do that, we can massage it. So the heart is on your slightly on your left side of your chest. So it's the middle, slightly on the left side here. So you can use your hand just to massage. You use both hands to massage your heart in a circle, like this. And then breathe in. Red energy. Red, bright light. And then red flowers blooming. And then smile. And then the noise you want to make is ha, or ha, like this. So that feels very good. So with the massage, you can use a laser. You can massage your heart. It feels good. Yeah, these are great. Okay, and then what you can also do is there's a stretch. So the same way we're doing the liver stretch, we're going to do the heart stretch. And now emphasize on expanding this part of your body here, this rib cage. So if you go like this, your rib cage expands, and you go, and let all the negative, dirty, brown, gray, whatever color is associated with dirt or with bad stuff. So when you breathe out, let it just come out, and let it fall down to the ground and into deep into the ground. Okay. What you might also notice is that if you hold your breath for a couple seconds, when you take in the deep breath, you hold it in. Hold it for a couple of seconds and just put your awareness in that part. And then as you hold your breath, just imagine that light spreading more and the flowers really blooming more and filling that up. Then you breathe out. Okay? So take a couple moments at the end of the breath. Hold it. And then just imagine all that energy and light getting brighter. Then breathe out and let all the dark energy come out. Okay, so that's for the heart. And that's for fire. Did I miss one? So did we do earth? We did. We didn't do metal yet, right? Okay, so metal is sadness and courage. So metal is your lungs. So if you have weak lungs or strong lungs, that means that it could be associated with your metal element. Okay, So this one is your lung, and you can basically, it's a stretch to open up your lungs. Okay, so what I like to do is just do like a I surrender, like this, and just pull back, and then lean back and lean your head back more, so that expands all this area here. Okay. Okay, so the color is white. So as I'm doing this, breathing in, I am imagining that my lungs are filling it with white light. Hold it, white flowers, white light getting brighter, then so that's a sound like a snake. And especially the lung meridian is actually here, between your shoulder here and between your pecs, your pec muscle, your chest muscle. There's a little spot in between there, and that's where your lung meridian is. So especially you want to stretch that area out. White flowers, bright white light. Okay, and then if you have lasers, you can also use your lasers to activate that section. When you do Qigong, I do a lot of activation of your lungs. It's really healthy for you. Okay, so that is metal. All right, so you guys want to get a refresher. So we'll start with fire. Fire is the heart. Red. And the color, and the sound is. Earth is worry, is your spleen. Okay, spleen in here, and the color is yellow. And whoo. Metal is your lungs. We just did that. So you can massage your lung meridian. And the sound is, and the color is white. You can do a stretch. Next one is water, is kidney. Stretch your kidneys, the color is blue. Yep. And then you go shoo. Shoo, stretch your kidneys. And wood is your liver. Liver here. You massage your liver. And go you, the color green. Okay, so those are the 5 elements. So if you're feeling like you need to meditate and do some meditation, then those are good ways to physically enhance your meditation. Okay, because once you get to a point, you'll be able to do all that meditation, like all the visualization, without having to even massage or touch it. Okay, so you're just using your mind to direct the energy there. Okay, so if you're practice Qigong after some time, then you'll be able to direct energy to different parts of your body, especially your organs. Hey, Big Zed, how you doing? Okay, so okay, so that's the 5 elements and balancing the yin yang. All right, so sometimes yang means it is hyper activated or inflamed, and yin, too much yin means that there's not enough energy going to that area. Okay, so if you want to raise the energy, then you want to, do more breathing. You want to do the massage. You want to do the chi energy activation. You can use our chi coils. If you want to calm it down, then you can still do the same thing, except just do it in a very gentle way. So if you want to raise the energy, you would breathe faster, like right? If you want to lower the energy, you go just very gentle breath. You won't even hear it. So it's so gentle and so smooth that you won't hear it, and you want to do it slower, right? So okay, so you can do the same meditation, the same visualizations, except you just change the speed and the intention, and that'll be able to either activate it or calm it down. How do you know about these things? Well, I've been practicing Qigong meditation for over 10 years. That's how I know, because I practice it every day. Divine Requiem. Could Qi help me use wind powers like the air element? Sure, why not? Yes, you can learn how to activate that inside yourself. You're welcome. Awesome, loved it. I use the gem laser and the Qi cards doing your meditation. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let me just go on ahead and show you what we have in store. Okay, you guys see this? You guys don't see this on TikTok because it's not on the screen. But if you go to backchicoil.com, you're going to see this on here. And right now we're on Indiegogo. And we have these new Qi Coils, as you can see. We have the new Qi Coil Mini S, which is on sale. There's only 20 available. You order now, we're going to ship it in August. And Qi Coil 2S, all right, which is also on sale, only 20 available. We have the Qi Coil Max, which is our biggest Qi Coil we've ever made, and that is available, only 19 left. So what is Qi Coil? Well, we use electromagnetic Qi energy to help you remove stress or relax and sleep. Do all those things that we did today almost on autopilot, because it uses Qi energy to activate all your organs. Whether you are fire, earth, metal, and water, wood, it's going to help you to balance all your organs. So any of your emotional, any of the physiological issues with your organs, it can help you to balance it. Okay, so most people buy because they want to relax, get better focus, better sleep, feel better. Also helps with pain management. A lot of people have back pain, shoulder pain, headaches that they haven't been able to get rid of for many years, are able to do it with our Qi Coils. So this is really useful too. It also helps make meditation easy because it uses brainwave frequencies to help you just meditate instantly. Okay, so it's inspired by Tesla technology. Nikola Tesla, one of the first people to use electromagnetic energy to heal the body. And now we're making his dream reality by creating these Qi Coils. Okay, so what makes this very different is that we're using one of the first neuroprogramming energy for physical and mental wellness. There's a large area of effect. AOE, just like in the video games, you have an AOE. So these have an AOE of about 20 square feet. Area effect, you can have your whole team in this area and they'll all be affected. Okay, they'll be able to raise their energy or enhance their mood or get better sleep. It's also contactless, right? You don't have to wear anything. There's a lot of devices. You have to wear a head brace. You gotta wear straps around your thing. You gotta wear this thing on your neck or something like that. You don't have to wear anything. You just put it there on your desk or put it in your pocket, and it's emitting energy. Okay, so it connects to the app. You can download our app on the App Store. It's free, and on there there's about 10 frequencies that are absolutely free, and you can use them. So there's recharge, de-stress, sleep, attract. So a bunch of free frequencies that you can use, meditate with, and these are the same frequencies we use to power our Qi Coils. Okay, so these frequencies you can listen and you can use them with Qi Coils. So if you get one of these ones, the new ones, the Qi Coil Max, it comes with a power system. So you connect it together with your phone, and then you can basically cover a whole room or living room or a whole bedroom with the energy. There we got 900 neural programs. Actually, we got more even, right? Frequencies that are not mentioned here. It's the most powerful shape in nature, right? Right? This reminds you of what does this remind you of? Like a galaxy. Our whole universe is shaped like this. Okay? There's more to this than just what it looks like. Okay, Qi Coils, if you know science, so we did a scientific study. We were able to increase the bioenergy, reduce stress, boost energy levels, in all these immune and thyroid and many different body systems, reduce pain for many people. Lots of people use them, thousands of people use them. Okay, lots of success stories. So easy, 3 steps to use it. Just connect the chi coil, choose a frequency, and then play it during your daily routine. Okay, so in the box, you get one of the chi coils, you get the power system, you get a whole bunch of testing equipment, and the magnets, and the case, and the quick start guide, and a whole bunch of free frequencies. I can say regenerate, sleep, recharge, attract, de-stress. And you can get more frequencies for sleeping, focus, wellness, abundance, attraction, meditation. So lots of science behind this. We spent years developing all these frequencies and technology. Okay, so unlike everybody else, we have nothing to wear, contactless, we have AOE coverage, it affects the whole body at once, it's discreet, you don't have to wear anything, 900 neural programs, active lifestyles. You can use it for pets and plants. Who's got a dog or cat or a pet or an animal? Okay, I have 2 dogs, and every time that they are injured or every time that they are sick, I use the coils, and in a matter of like 1 day to a week, that whatever that sickness is gone. And we don't use any antibiotics, we don't use any medication, because if you go to the vet, what did they just give you? They're just going to give you antibiotics for your pet, and that's going to ruin your pet's immune system if you take it all the time, right? Who here has a dog and know what I'm talking about? That's all they do. They just give you antibiotics or painkillers. That's all they do, right? So I don't want that for my pet. I use electromagnetic frequency. Okay, I use the auto coil because it's big, and then the dog can just sit on there, and then I just basically put on the frequency all-purpose wellness. It works for everything. Okay, we have a frequency called all-purpose wellness. It's so powerful, you can use it for literally everything. Okay, it's this one here, all-purpose wellness in wellness 1 category. And I put my dog in there. He had this there's so many things that we healed on my dog. He sprained his knee, and then he healed that really quickly. He had a big infection on his neck, and that went away without any drugs in like a matter of like 5 days or so. He had this growth or tumor, and that went away in about 2 days. Okay, so they're for pets too. And the cool thing is, like, a lot of these things, you like headbands or wristbands, you can't put them on your pet. You keep moving around. But with the chi coil, they can move around. They can run around the same room, and they're still being affected by the energy because it's so powerful. Or you just get them to sleep or sit close to one of our coils, and then they're going to get the energy from our system. So it's just really amazing for pets, plants too. Okay. Okay, so chi coil. So you're probably wondering what's the difference between these 3 systems. But the mini is the smallest one, and it's 2.5 inches, and it has a range for about 6 square feet. Okay, so it's just enough for 1 person, and it's great. It's small, it's light, and very portable. You can like put this in your pocket, and then literally. Okay, the next one is the chi coil 2S. It's 3 inches, so you can see the difference. The mini has the solid black composite, whereas this has a clear crystalline orgone, so you can see it's completely clear. It's got 3, so this is about 10 square feet, so it's bigger and more powerful. So if you need someone who needs more energy or a stronger one, then you can get it. The Chi coil 3S is more like a professional version, and highly recommended. This is our standard model. Then we have the Chi coil Max, which is our biggest one. And it's got a double toroid. It's got the 6 crystals inside with resonance energy. This one comes with a stationary power kit, so it's not something you can just carry with you. It's more something you put on a table, or you put on a nightstand, or you put under your bed, or you put in the workplace and just leave it there and just broadcast the energy all day long. That's something that this will be for. Okay, this has got the gold copper. This one's got the orange copper. This got the orange copper. Okay, so this is ranges about 20 square feet. So 6 square foot, 10 square foot, 20 square foot. Okay, so go ahead and order any one of these, or if you just want to support us, you can also back us and just give a contribution, and that'll be highly highly appreciated if you just want to help us to further our research and development and to advance this technology. Okay, let's go back to the chat. How does chi work? Like, can it manifest? Yes, absolutely. Let's go back before that. So Paige says, it has really helped my dog to be not afraid of thunder. He has stopped barking and shaking during storms. So amazing. So it actually helps psychologically, like dogs psychologically helps them to calm down, not just also like physically. Divine Recommend said, how does chi work? Like, can it manifest? Yes. So right now we're talking about healing. We're talking about like mental health and physical health, but also chi coils can help you meditate. And what does meditation do? Meditation helps you to manifest things, right? Meditation helps you to create things out of nothing. So these actually, we have frequencies called manifestation frequencies. We have abundance frequencies on our app. And when you use those, you can actually help you to increase your manifestation ability. Okay, so that's how it works. So how does chi work in manifestation? Well, in order to manifest, you got to get your energy up to your third eye and up to your crown chakra. Okay, but a lot of energy won't get up to that point when you're not in a good health and your body is not in a good vibration and you don't have enough chi energy. Okay, so first you want to build up the chi energy with these chi glows. You want to remove all the blockages in your body and in your life, and then you'll be able to unlock your mind so that it can have stronger and more powerful manifestation abilities, and also be able to project your intentions out into the world more powerfully, because we're all like antennas, we're all like satellite dishes. We all broadcast a frequency into the world, but some of us just have weak signals and some of us have stronger signals. So how do you get a strong signal? Is to energize yourself with this chi energy. You can do it with meditation, but it takes people years to do that. Or you can just use your chi coils and you can do it basically automatically, instantly. All right, so yes, you can definitely use chi to manifest. Jill says, I would really love to figure out a way to acquire this tool somehow. I'm in desperate need and my dog is ill. No funds. Can the app be downloaded and used without the tool? Yes, so if you don't have funds, if you're tight budget, you can still download the app. It's absolutely free. You can use the frequencies, and a lot of people have amazing review with just the free frequencies. So we were giving those for free. You can use them. You can play them with your dog, and the dogs love it too. But you can finance these too on our website, Chi Life Store, for like $30 a month or something like that. So it's really within the budget of everybody. Okay, so if you can do $30 a month, you can get one of these. Okay, that's the most basic. We kept the prices as low as possible so that everybody can experience this technology. Okay, and basically, yeah, that's the lowest we can ever get the price. So Rosalind says, I like the mini at present. Aussie practitioners have interest in your products. Yes, a lot of them, they do. They have a lot of people in Australia. I was wondering about it help dog for thunder. Yes, that's good. Billionaire King, what happens if we have all the scepters activated at the same time? You mean everybody who have scepters activated at the same time? Then there'll be a lot, then we'll be synergizing our intentions, and then we'll be able to achieve a lot of things together. And that's also one of my visions, is to have 9,000 people to use our chi coils so that we can unite and you can combine our intentions to help heal this world. Before we can help to heal the world, we got to heal ourselves first. Once we heal ourselves, then we can heal other people. And when we have 9,000 people who have healed themselves, and now we're ready to heal people, then we can really change the world, because with 9,000 people, we can affect the entire population of the planet with 8 billion people. Because if you take the square root of 8 billion and you take 1% of the square root, then you get 9,000. So it's not that many people, we can do it. And so you want to support that, just get chi coil, buy it for your friends, buy it for your family. A lot of people buy it for their parents, especially parents. My mom and dad, they're aging, and then they're starting to take more and more medication, and then they're having harder time to sleep. But the amazing thing is my mom uses chi coils and the wands, the resonant wand, and the aura coil. I got all the stuff at her house, and they're always playing. and she sleeps like every day, like 8 hours a day. Like it's really unheard of, like for people her age. She's like 70 something, and she sleeps a lot. Most of the people who are aging, they tend to only sleep like a couple, 2 or 3 hours a day, or maybe only 4 hours a day. But she sleeps like a baby, 8 to 10 hours a day. So that's very good. The sign that she's very healthy for her age is that she is able to sleep very well. Okay. What happened? Okay. Rosny says, does it help with orchids? I think it helps with all kinds of biological, anything biological or non-biological, even, I think, in my opinion. Orchids, yes, you can definitely do that. I think any kind of plant would benefit from it. Debbie says, very interesting. I've been using bioresonance and FSM for many things. I've studied some TCM and 5 elements. Master Chia teaches some of this too. I enjoy your session. Thank you. You're welcome. Jenna says, you're so kind. Wow, financing is great. Vision. Yeah, just go ahead. We have financing through Klarna. If you go to our site, I'll show you. So we go to, so right now we have these new ones, but you can still get the original ones on Chi Life Store if you want to get financing. I wonder if there's, I don't think there's financing on here. Let's see if I can click this and get financing. Get this perk. Okay, so I don't think there's financing on Indiegogo, but we do have financing on our website. So go to chilifestore.com, and then you go here, and then you check out. You add to carts, and then you go check out, and then you select Klarna. So you go check out like this, and then when you check out, you just click the button Klarna. You fill out all your information. Actually, I don't have time to do this, but fill out all your information and then select the payment method as Klarna, Klarna, and then it will help you to apply for the financing. Okay. If you have any questions, just go to our chat. We have a chat. So just open up the chat box. There's a chat box. Okay, here's a chat box. So just go to chat or call our number, and somebody will help you to put that through. Okay. Or you can just leave your phone number and email on the chat right now, and then somebody would get actually call you pretty soon. Gio says, contact me if I can help in any way. Okay, sure. Debbie, do you use Chico to treat water? Yes, that's another thing that we haven't mentioned, is that if you want to treat water, you can just put the water near or on top of the coils as you're playing the frequencies, and then the water will gain the properties of whatever that frequency is, and it only takes about 5 minutes to do. So let's say you put in the regeneration frequency, you can put the water in there, treat it for 5 minutes or so, and when you're drinking it, you're actually drinking that regeneration frequency into your body. So yeah, you can use it for definitely to treat water. Rosalind, I have crystal skulls as amplifiers. These mini coils will have output. Yes, they will have output. So you can actually put crystals. They have crystals inside here, but then that's the whole point, right? You put the crystals on them or near them, and then those crystals will actually amplify as well. Nancy, can you spell Indiegogo? Okay, you just go to backchicoil.com. It's going to go directly there. So I'm going to put in, go to backchicoil. So go here, backchicoil.com. And it's going to go directly to Indiegogo. Backchicoil.com. Okay, BACKQICOIL.com. I'll put the link here in the chat so you actually can go there. Backchicoil.com. Let's make a clickable one. So HTTP backchicoil.com. Okay. Do you have affiliate to your coils for Australia, please? Yes, we do. Okay, you're still here. So if you go to the bottom of the website, you go to affiliate program. You see here in the middle, affiliate program. Click on that, and then you can apply to become an affiliate. We do have affiliate program, and you now you can make commissions on our products. You do not need to have a product to become an affiliate. So just go to this page and you're going to learn how to do that. Okay. Brilliant. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, Manera. I've been using the Qi coil for a few months and have noticed difference. I worry that I might be using it wrong. Some people take longer to feel the effects or experience the effects than other people. You may want to use a different frequency or get a higher power system. Like we can get the higher power kit, and the kit will boost the strength of the field. They all come with a mini mobile power kit, which is pretty powerful already. But then, some people that want to get a stronger dose, so to speak, then you would use get one of our higher power kits to do that. Also, if you try a different frequency, you could be able to experience something faster. Okay. Hey, Mogothar, welcome. All right, we have a couple more questions. You tried DMT? Okay, good. How did that go? So what I would do is I would do some. You can mix and match. Use the frequencies as audio. There's 18 different tracks, but try the tracks. Let's say 1 or 2 a day. You don't want to be like blasting through like 50 different frequencies in a day. You want to find frequencies in the same album, and you can play those, but don't play, let's say, frequencies from 10 different albums, because it's like you're like basically you're trying to soak yourself into the frequencies. When you soak yourself in energy, you're a sponge, right? So if you dip it into like some orange juice, dip it in some apple juice, dip it in some grape juice, then you're not going to get the flavor of the juice. You're just going to get a whole, a combination of flavors. You don't really get the actual flavor that you want. So you want to kind of, let it simmer, let it marinate. You let yourself marinate in that one frequency so that you can get that flavor. And you might have to kind of like focus on 1 or 2 frequencies at a time. So one thing that people do is that they do too many. So abundance frequency, abundance frequency is good, but to feel it, like actually feel it, use the one that's recommended. Okay, and that's the ones that people feel the most. So if you go to master program, okay, these are the ones that people feel the most, like physically feel. So you see this mid frequency, Qi activation, do that one. Or you do the de-stress, do that one. Or you see the sleep one, see there's 2 recommended ones for sleep, use those ones. Okay, so abundance is good, but then some people can't feel it because the frequency is high. You might need to start with something else. Okay, so start with one of those first 6 there. Those are the ones that I put up here because those are the ones that people physically can feel. They can feel like lighter, they can feel buzzy, they can feel hotter, they can feel like more energy, literally. Then once you can feel it, then you can start learning the language, right? So now you can know what it feels like. Okay, because a lot of people they download the app and they say, okay, I want abundance. They play abundance. A lot of them they say I don't feel anything because they don't know it's working or not because they haven't felt it working for some of the simpler frequencies, some of the basic frequencies first. So basically don't jump ahead too much. Try to play some of the basic ones first, and then see if you can feel those ones. Then once you know, oh, that's how I'm supposed to feel like, then when you do the abundance one, it's a more finer, the abundance ones are more refined and it's a finer frequency and it's harder to feel for a beginner. You understand? Even though it's working on them. So we have to tune our senses to these frequencies. And then some of them are basic, some of them are more advanced. Okay, so if you start with an advanced one, it's not gonna make sense. Like who listens to like like neo jazz. If you listen to neo jazz, most people will listen to music and say, "Holy cow! I don't know what all this mess, all these notes are." Okay, but who listens to Mozart? Well, everybody gets Mozart. It's easy and simple, right? So it's kind of like what it is, right? Some frequencies are very advanced, and then you won't get it if you listen to it. You won't be able to appreciate it because you're not tuned to that like level of music or level of frequency yet. So listen to something basic. Listen to Mozart or something everybody can understand and appreciate and enjoy. Does that kind of make sense? So frequency is kind of like that. So some people, when they download the apps, they go straight for the some frequencies that may be a little bit too advanced for them at that time, and then they say, "Well, I don't feel anything. I don't get it. I don't feel anything." It was kind of like, listening to all this like neo jazz music with like all this advanced music that people don't get. But eventually, you learn how to appreciate it if you first start with the basics. Okay, so that's what I recommend for you. Janice says that makes so much sense. Okay. Yeah, hopefully it does. Demichi, hey Demichi. I think drinking water is very important to receive the energy better. Yeah, it's just true. So basically you want to absorb it, right? You want to vibrate with the energy, and water is one of the easiest things to program because it's so liquid, right? It's formless, right? It takes the shape of its container. And also, yes, water is a conductor, and your body is 70 to 80% water. So that's a really good point. So if you're not feeling it, another thing that you may be doing is you need to drink more water and try to relax. Okay. Another analogy is trying to, let's say, shape, make pottery. Okay. If the pottery is all hard and brittle, you can't shape it. It's not going to change. So you first have to soften up the pottery and make it malleable so that the frequency can affect it better. And then the more water you drink, the more malleable, more fluid, literally fluid, you become. And then if you're more fluid, then you'll be able to receive and absorb the frequencies more. So drink a lot of water. And also drink water, like I suggested, if you're doing the frequency, do it. You can actually get the benefits both ways. You can benefits just from the magnetic energy, or you can use it to treat water and then drink the water too, and all your food. So all your food, all your water, put it next to the coil for 5 to 10 minutes before you eat it and drink it. Okay. Hey Philly Streets, I have the resonant wand gold and it's really hot some frequencies. Is that normal? Yes, it's if it's getting too hot, you're only supposed to turn the amp up to half, like 12 o'clock. You're not supposed to turn it more than that. If you turn it more than that, then you're going over. And if it's getting really hot, then you just need to turn it down. But some frequencies, yes, it does get really hot. But if you stay within the parameters we give you, it shouldn't be so hot that you can't hold it. It should be just warm enough. Okay, so Roslyn Miller says, I received my compatible tablet to my Mac next week for your downloads. Okay, great. Debbie says, can you put a little pink Himalayan salt? Of course, with water. You can put anything in the water. You can use any kind of supplements as well. On which program should we use for food and water? I recommend any of these frequencies, any frequencies that normally you would resonate with. Like we have so many 900 frequencies, so I can't really say which one would work for you. But the ones that we get the most success with or would be regenerate, okay, or de-stress, recharge. Basically, the first screen here, anything on this first screen is really good for the water. Regenerate is one of my favorites for water because it's actually it's a life force frequency, which is very similar to water. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's Kevin. Does that answer your question? Q&A. All right. All right. There's some more questions. Jill says, Kevin says, thank you. I hydrogenated my water and played Mozart. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so if you play Mozart, it's kind of similar feeling. Um, like start playing with some of the frequencies, like the luck boost frequency, the luck boost or the attract frequency, and that feels a lot like Mozart, like the lighter and the happier stuff. And a lot of people play this, and it's amazing what it does. It makes you feel really happy. It makes you feel really good, and to the point that you start attracting good things to you, because your mind is resonating with positive thoughts and positive feelings, and it kind of makes you start expecting good things to happen or expecting good energy, and then you know what, that just attracts it to you, and then and good things start happening to you. That's why it's called the luck boost or the attraction frequency. Oh, I still haven't changed my screen. Okay, yes it does. What are the ways to use yin yang chi coils together versus individually? What are the ways to use yin yang together versus individually? Well, when you use them together, like the yin yang at the same time, it's good to kind of keep them further apart, and then put whatever you want to energize in between them. So if you got a yin and you got a yang, then put them kind of like this. If you can put them upright somehow or sideways like this, then you want to put something in between them to enhance, so like a bottle of water or a person or a body part. That's one way of doing it. Another way is just to basically double up on the same body part. That works too. Or you can do two at the same time, like that. So it's just another option for you. And then another option. So the other feature is that it's called the what do you call it? It's called scalar energy. So I don't have time to explain this right now, but when you have two opposing vortexes, when they meet in the middle, they create a differential, and it creates another frequency that happens between them. So there's some kind of metaphysical benefit to it. So like I said, you can put water in between them, or you can put body parts or a person, and you may be able to enhance the effects of it. Kevin says, yes it does. I have had the device for 3 months now, but recently I got diabetes too. I think I overloaded myself on frequencies. I got really dizzy and wanted to sleep all the time. Yeah, so if you're getting dizzy and you're sleeping all the time, that means you are in a healing crisis, and you are detoxing too quickly. Wanting to sleep is good, because it's your body telling you that you need to regenerate, you need to recover and build your chi back up. So but eventually it's going to balance it out. A lot of people do that. They get the chi coils and they get really excited, and then they turn them up to full blast and they use them all day long, and then the next day they feel like they had a hangover because they just used too much frequencies. They just detox too quickly, and there's too much toxins in their bloodstream. So it takes time to flush it out. So drink lots of water, get plenty of rest, and you'll feel a lot better, and a lot cleaner and a lot clearer once you process that out. Paige says, have been using their healing frequencies for only 2 weeks, deep healing, pain management, and the chakra balancing frequencies, and have noticed that 3 raised moles are going away. They're just falling off. Really? So these are like moles on your skin? It's just falling off? That's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's happened with my dog, right? They have like sometimes a skin tag or some kind of wart or tumor just come out of nowhere, and they use the frequencies, use the chi coils, and then in 2 or 3 days it's gone, or the pus comes out, or it falls off, and there's no scar or whatever. Jeanette says, thank you so much. I am learning so much. You're welcome. All right, so yeah, these are the latest Qi coils, and we are on Indiegogo for a limited time. So you want to support what we're doing, and you want to experience this for yourself or buy it for a friend, then it'd be really great for you to get one of these and back this project on Indiegogo. Go to backqicoil.com. We got the Qi Coil Mini S. So you're wondering what the difference between the Mini and the Mini S. So the Mini has the just the regular connection, and then the Mini S has the detachable connection. So you can connect the wires separately. So the mini jack just goes in here, right? So that goes in there, and then this part goes into the mobile power kit. So if you accidentally drop it, then this will just come off. A little bit safer to use, or for the Qi coil, not for you. It doesn't matter. But let's say you accidentally drop this, then it's hanging by the cord, right? The cord is pretty strong. We've reinforced it with a lot of material. So it's pretty hard to pull out the cord, but sometimes you don't know. Sometimes it gets caught in the door or something like that. So and it could damage it. So with the Qi coil Mini S, we've got a new plug, and it's a lot more integrated. It looks a lot nicer too. It's got the Qi coil name on here. You see, it looks a lot smoother and more iconic, people say. So same with the Qi coil 2. Now we have the clip installed like that, and it's all integrated and all nice and smooth, and it's very solid. And then the Qi coil Max, same thing. It's got the integrated clip, and now you got the 5-inch model with six crystals. If you look at the if you take out all the wires, that's what it looks like. And then you see we have these chambers that we put the crystals in before we put the wires on. Hey Stephanie, when you spoke of using opposing forces on the body parts, were you referencing the use of Yin and Yang coils? Yeah, that's right. So when you get the Qi coil 2 system, the Yin and Yang system, then one is Yin and one is Yang. So when you put them side by side or a distance apart, then they're both going to create a vortex, and then they're going to switch screen. They're both going to create a vortex. So they're both going to create a vortex. Like for example, if you get the Qi coil 2 system, right? They're both in different directions. So the vortex will spin in opposite directions, and then they're going to meet in the middle and create a differential. And it has a very powerful effect for what's in the middle. So it kind of amplifies the signal and focuses onto one spot. Okay, so if you didn't see, now I have the bigger screen, is the Qi coil Mini S and the Qi coil Mini. Same size, same power. It's just the connection is different. It's got the integrated clip on this one. And this one's just got the regular clip with the wire included. And then you're wondering what the Qi coil 3S and the 2S has the difference. The 3S is a little bit bigger. It's 11 square foot versus 10 square foot. It's got the white and gold instead of the black and copper. And you get the 3 quantanium crystals inside, and this one doesn't have the crystals. All right. And the size comparison between the Max and the Qi coil 2S. This is 3 inches, this is 5 inches. It's got 6 quantanium crystals inside, and this one doesn't have any. All right. Coverage is 20 square foot. This one is 10 square foot. So hopefully this is going to help you improve yourself, help you to transform yourself. As we say, the Qi coils are the only system you need to transform yourself. So if you don't have any training in energy healing, you don't have any training in meditation, it doesn't matter, because you just need this system and you'll be able to transform any part of yourself, that just like I did. how many coils are in the resonant one. The resonant one, what do you mean how many coils are there in the resonant one? If you're just talking about the power output, it's about the same as the Chi Coil Max is in the resonant one. But the resonant one is different is because it has gems. So this is more of a professional version of our product, and it has the ruby and sapphire gems, and it has the is a lot larger application. It's a lot easier to hold. A lot of practitioners don't use it, and it's got about the same power as this. It's a lot more sturdy. But the gems is the main part in my opinion. This one's the silver version. The gold version, I think I have one in my storage. Hold on. It's really nice. So gold version. And this, very nice, very beautiful. It's got actually 24 karat gold plating, the Fire of Life pattern, and it's got the rubies and the sapphires. It's got a gold brush satin finish. So metaphysically, it's a lot more powerful because of the gems. Activate the gems. What's the difference between the gold and silver one? So mainly it's just the number of gems and the pattern on the face. Other than that, this is slightly more coil than this one, so it's a little bit more powerful than the silver one. And this one is using the red alloy face, and this is using the 24 karat plated steel face. This one's got 7 gems. This one's got only 1 in the middle. So that's the main differences. By the way, they do have a wire. These are just display models without the wire. So the real ones will have a wire on the back of them. Is the Chi Coil Max available in both Yin and Yang? It will be soon. Right now we're just available in just the Yin. So this is Yin. And soon we will release the one with the Yin and Yang, but not yet. You can always get the Yang later once it's released. So you can get the Yin now and get the Yang later. But I highly recommend to get it now because they're at a discount price. They will be more expensive once we release them officially on our website. All right, so we're about out of time today. So thank you for all of you who support us and backed us on Chi Coil, backed us on Indiegogo, and your contribution is going to help us to develop this technology further, to get this out to more people, and then really help them to transform their lives and improve their health, improve their mental health, help them to attract abundance and to clear out the negative energy and to really make a change in this world. So thank you so much for your support. And if you need any help, just contact us on our website. You can initiate the chat, or you can just email us at support@chilifestore.com, or you can call our phone number, and then someone will help you. We'll get it to you as soon as possible. All right, you guys have a good night. You guys take care. Use the chi and prosper.